The billionaire Guerilla brothers, born in the Bronx, built for greatness. Before they were billionaires, innovators, and global leaders, they were simply the Guerilla Boys, 5 sons born in the Bronx, raised in upstate New York, and shaped by 2 extraordinary parents who believed in strength, creativity, and discipline. Their father, Raymond "Iron Ray" Guerilla, was a retired professional boxer from the Bronx, a man whose name still echoed in old gyms, and whose fights were still whispered about by trainers. Even in his older age, he carried the presence of a champion. Their mother, Denise Guerilla, a retired luxury fashion designer, brought elegance, artistry, and refinement into the home. She believed that strength and beauty could coexist, and her sons embodied that balance. And from the moment they could walk, all 5 brothers trained in boxing, not to become fighters, but to become men. The brothers, their wives, and their boxing roots. Malik Guerilla, the billionaire builder. Wife, Naomi Guerilla. Malik was the first to lace up gloves. Raymond taught him footwork in the garage, how to breathe through pressure, how to stay calm in chaos. That discipline became the backbone of his global real estate empire. Naomi, a civil engineer, often says Malik builds like a boxer, strategic, patient, and always ready for the long game. Jordan Guerilla, the billionaire creative. Wife, Sela Guerilla. Jordan wasn't the strongest, but he had the best rhythm. His jab was like a brushstroke, smooth, precise, artistic. Boxing taught him timing, flow, and expression, which became the soul of his billion-dollar creative empire. Sela, a photographer, often captures him shadowboxing before painting, his 2 arts blending into one. Isaiah Guerilla, the billionaire athlete, and the woman who became his corner, his coach, and his compass. Isaiah was always the most explosive of the Guerilla brothers. Fast hands, fast feet, fast mind. His father, Raymond "Iron Ray" Guerilla, trained him harder than anyone. Not because he wanted Isaiah to fight professionally, but because he saw the fire in him. But the truth is this: Isaiah's greatness didn't fully ignite until Tiana stepped into his life. Tiana Guerilla, the game changer. Tiana wasn't just a former track star. She wasn't just a sports physician. She wasn't just his wife. She was the strategist behind his evolution. How Tiana transformed Isaiah's career. She rebuilt his training from the ground up, using biomechanics, recovery science, and performance analytics. She corrected old injuries that Isaiah had been pushing through since childhood boxing sessions with his father. She introduced mental conditioning, teaching him breathwork, visualization, and emotional regulation. She redesigned his nutrition, tailoring it to his explosive style and long-term health. She protected him from burnout, recognizing when he needed rest even when he refused to admit it. She co-founded his sports tech empire, bringing the medical expertise and scientific credibility that investors trusted. Isaiah had the raw talent. Tiana turned it into a billion-dollar legacy. Their love story elevated. They met when Isaiah suffered a career-threatening injury. Doctors told him he might never return to peak performance. Tiana disagreed. She didn't just treat him, she studied him. She didn't just heal him, she rebuilt him. She didn't just support him, she sharpened him. And Isaiah, who had always been the strongest in the room, found someone who matched his intensity with intelligence. Together, they built an empire. Their joint ventures became legendary. Guerilla Performance Labs, a global chain of training centers blending boxing discipline with cutting-edge sports science. Guerilla Motion Tech, wearable technology that tracks movement, power output, and recovery in real time. The Guerilla Youth Academy, a worldwide program that trains young athletes physically, mentally, and emotionally. Every athlete who walked through their doors knew the truth. Isaiah was the face. Tiana was the engine. Caleb Guerilla, the billionaire thinker. Wife, Dr. Amara Guerilla. Caleb wasn't the loudest in the ring, but he was the smartest. He studied opponents the way he studied books, analyzing patterns, predicting moves, thinking 3 steps ahead. That analytical mind built an edtech empire and reshaped global education. Amara, a neuroscientist, loves telling people that Caleb thinks like a chess player, but fights like a strategist. Amir Guerilla, the billionaire healer. Wife, Layla Guerilla. Amir had the softest heart but the strongest will. Boxing taught him emotional control, resilience, and how to breathe through pain. He turned that emotional intelligence into a global wellness empire. Layla, a holistic nutrition expert, often says, Amir heals people the way his father trained him, with patience, presence, and purpose. The Guerilla Legacy. Every Sunday, the brothers, with their wives and children, returned to the family's upstate home. Raymond, older but still powerful, sat in his favorite chair, hands still shaped like a fighter's. Denise, silver-haired and graceful, moved with the poise of a woman who once shaped the fashion world. In the basement, the old boxing gym still stood. The heavy bag Raymond trained on. The speed bag each boy learned rhythm on. The ring where they sparred, argued, bonded, and grew. Above the fireplace hung two symbols: Raymond's championship belt, Denise's framed sketch of the gown that launched her career. And every Sunday as the family gathered, Raymond would say, "I didn't train fighters, I raised men." Denise would smile and add, "And they built a dynasty." The Guerilla family didn't just build wealth. They built a legacy, born in the Bronx, raised upstate, strengthened in the ring, and destined for greatness.